See if we can get some people in here today. This is obviously a random live stream, but we'll see. And if no one comes in, we'll delete it like it never existed. There's no point of having the video up. Do want to do more of these, so we might have to suck it up and sit here solo until people pop in or something. You see, there's a bit of delay. Let me get my notes up. We did have a new video today with our new setup. But honestly, what I'm going to do is chill for a little bit. And if nobody shows up, we're just going to end it. And we'll try again another day. Let me see if I can maybe message some people to see if we can get some people in here just to I can chat it up with me, maybe. It's possible. God equals. What's up, man? I don't believe in any of them. They look man-made to me. Yeah, I'm in a weird spot, man. There is a part of me that still believes there's possibly something, and that's that's kind of where my struggle is at the moment. Not struggle. I don't struggle with it anymore. It doesn't make me feel any way that it used to. So I shouldn't say struggle. But since I like to figure out things and know things, that is what it does, but I don't sit here on like some daily basis like, oh my gosh. So, you know, but there is a part of me that still is like, man, there's might be something out there, might be something. So, whatever that means, take it however. But, thanks for stopping in too. Hey, and if you want to chat, you're welcome. I will link the Discord. You can come chat. Sounds like you might agree with a lot of what I say, so maybe it's not as interesting as some might think. I'm gonna see if I can get some people in here. It's Memorial Day, days off, right? Had a long weekend, so look like I'm lagging a little bit. It looks like it's back to normal. Okay, had a little lag there. Um, refresh page. So we'll see. Maybe possibly we'll get lucky and somebody will hop in here and won't be scared. Says my video quality is low, which is weird for me because I'll be honest, usually my internet is on point. But maybe it's tripping. All right, I'm gonna post this link into my Discord chat. See if I can get some people in here that ain't afraid to come speak. I know I got a lot of friends that say they believe, man. I'm starting to question whether anybody actually believes. I know people will say they believe, but I'm starting to wonder if that's real. I don't know because as I walk around and I'm just looking at people live their lives, even the people that say they totally believe in God, like they don't nobody's walking around like they really believe in God, man. Like really think about that, but like God, like if God is real, would you would you be going to work every day? Would you care about half the shit that we care about? Like if God was real, like really think about that. So this is kind of my new thing. I'm actually questioning if anyone really believes, uh, or is it just a social thing that we just do? So that's kind of where I'm at the moment. Like people just say they believe, but I don't know. Like when I really believed, I mean, I was pretty crazy. I'll say that. Like, I wanted to give up everything. Like nothing made sense. Nothing that we were doing made sense. Like I truly was like I was a pretty good basketball player. It's partially why I never even made it in basketball, even though maybe I should have. Is that I had this belief in God, and I was like, "What is the point?" I never understood what is the point? Like, why am I playing basketball when God, Jesus, there's just so much, and it just never made sense to me. And I was pretty freaking good, man. So it's not like I don't know. I'm not just talking shit. I was pretty good, and I never could get the passion for it because of what I believed, and nothing that we did made any sense. It didn't make sense. So I'm kind of going over that in my head again, and it doesn't make sense. Like, if you really believe, like, why are you going to work? Like, why are you worried about all these other things? Why are you making money? Why do you have a house? Why do you have anything? Like, I don't know. Doesn't make any sense. So we'll see, man. I might just ramble for 10 minutes and then turn off the stream if no one decides to jump in. Excuse me. But this is something that I want to start doing like once a week. If somehow I can get uh I said I don't want to sit here and talk to myself, just to be fair. I talk to my freaking self all the time. So if I can start getting just like some small group, even for discussions, I know we're like a lot of people that want to jump on. Most people want to jump on when they agree. It's just easier to talk to other people that agree with you, but we'll see, man. I did have one buddy of mine, which I mean I won't call them out here, but we were supposed to be doing some kind of live streams, but I don't think our schedules ever match up. So unfortunately, that's kind of how it goes. But I guess piggybacking on top of what God equals said, it's it seems to be that it's pretty obvious, no matter what religion you're talking about, that it was for sure like man-made. I don't know. It, to me, I don't know if God like sent down any information. Honestly, don't know if we would understand it. Like, let's just play the game that like God exists, God's for real. I don't I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if we would understand it. So, and if we're just talking about the Bible, it's like they messed up a lot. Like, I don't know. It's pretty obvious that even if God was trying to speak to anyone, the Bible guys, by the way, all men, uh, did not get it correct. It just didn't happen. Like they got it wrong, man. There's so much wrong with that book. Your point is far-reaching, more so than most admit. I mean, I don't know, man. Like I say, if we like we're in America, or I hate saying America. This is the United States. America is actually bigger than the United States. So we're in the US, so I basically focus on Christianity just because that's what I was brought up in. That's what almost everyone in America is surrounded by. You have a church on your corner, probably, or a church that's 10 minutes away from you. It's so intrinsic, I guess, in our system that almost everybody has to deal with it. But if any of the true they saw aliens, maybe, man. But like, what? So just imagine being back in that time. Like, what would you see? Like, if we go back to Noah, right? And I'll be honest, a lot of those people had to be doing drugs. let's just be real on that. Drugs was not some taboo thing back in those times. So a lot of these guys that had visions and all that would have been on some drugs. So I don't think Noah was real, but let's just pretend the story is correct. If you just hear a voice, right? Like I don't know what the voice would sound like, but you just hear this freaking voice, and I imagine it's just some booming voice, like right, like I don't know, like you're scared to shit. Like I don't know. More specifically, all the historical psychologists or psychological oh, sorry, I'm so bad with some of these words, guys. Forgive me. Marxism and theology. Have you ever looked at a biblical accurate angel? You know what? Let's do it. Let's. I know what you're talking about. Let's look at a. Let me pull up an angel. Let's see what the hell what it says. I'm bored right now, so we're just gonna look up shit. I know, like I think it like I saw one where it has like 30 eyes, hundreds of eyes, whatever. Right? Is that kind of what we're talking about? Yeah, here's some. Let me see if I can get a window capture and make sure I don't pull up the wrong window. Just kidding. I don't have nothing showing. Either way, you don't want to be pulling up the wrong window. Come on, guys. All right. Gotta get rid of this stupid toolbar. I don't want nobody seeing my toolbar though. Yeah, I see this dude. He's got like all right, here we go. Let me show that bad boy. Put it up here. There we go. We'll use this as our little window. Yeah, here's one. Like this guy. Wait, what is that? There we go. What about that? Fucking ads, man. Excuse my language. It's crazy dude. Noah, Moses, most of these major Old Testament figures consider. Oh, we disconnected. All right, looks like we disconnected for a second. I had to figure out like the whole bandwidth type of thing and what to do. Right now, I'm just testing the shit out of my computer. Like I have everything on high settings, but I don't know if anyone really believes in Noah, Moses. Like, can you really believe in that? Like, I don't know, man. Even as a child, when they were teaching me these things in Sunday school, it was like, really? Mm. And I'm talking about being like 7, 8 years old, and I was one of those students that truly did question my Sunday school teachers all the time because a lot of those stories, even as a child, sounded like other childlike stories. You would go read Dr. Seuss or watch the Magic School Bus. I don't know. Like all these stories seemed like those stories. It's like they had some factual things to them. And I guess let's stick to the Magic School Bus. So when we're looking at Magic School Bus, like there's some real shit in it, right? When they go dive into the throat and you see all the cells and how your mouth and throat work and how all the germs work, like that shit's real, but obviously they weren't really going into a human body. So, and you knew that as a 7-year-old watching it. So, I mean, does anybody really believe this shit? I don't know, man. because let's just look at our government right now. I hate these people. So, uh, the stuff they say they believe in, yet they still go about caring about all of these like material things, right? I don't think Trump's really a Christian. He just pretends. But let's look at someone like JD Vance or Marjorie Taylor Greene, like the stuff that they pretend to me that they believe in, saying they believe in it, but they go about just doing these things that technically would not matter if you truly believed that the story was real. And this goes back to what I was saying. I don't know how many people were here when I was talking about this. I was a fairly good basketball player, and one of my troubles was buffer, I guess. Buffer, I guess. All right, there we go. I don't know. Well, I'll figure it out. If we do more of these, I'll figure out how to get everything correct. So apologize if it's dropping in and out. Maybe that's how many of at least some sort of believe. Right. So the weird thing to me is, can you sort of believe? What does that mean? I did a recent video, and I'll be sure you guys, if you haven't seen my video today, in the last couple days, I've been knocking out videos because I have my new setup. Please go take a look and comment and all that good stuff. If you've already seen it, that's cool too. But just thanks for the support. But back to what I was saying there. Um, Sorry, kind of lost my train of thought. Yeah. So there was a video about agnostic and Gnostic, and can you really, is there really an in between? You either believe or you don't, right? And I thought that was a pretty good one. I was kind of doing a reaction, not kind of, I was doing a reaction to Matt Dillahunty. I always say his name wrong. Uh, and they were talking to a caller, and that was one of the things is like, well, can you actually believe halfway? It's pretty clear humans like to invent things for stuff they don't understand. Yep, that's for true. That's true. Yeah, part of me is actually I'm not afraid to admit I don't know. Never mind. I was gonna I was gonna try to be nice about that, but no, it's not hard to admit you don't know. Not to me. And unless you're still childlike in a way. When I was a child, yes, it was scary. I don't know is what's scary. When I still had that kind of childlike brain, definitely was a scarier thing. Were any of you guys? Well, actually, I guess let me ask. Who is a believer? Who isn't a believer? Because honestly, I would like to talk. I don't know. I don't talk. People not thinking about it much about it, having somewhere in their brains as settled or so. It's also important we think there are others who really believe it. I mean, that's my question, man. Okay, let me be fair, okay? The real believers are probably people that we call insane. They would not be they wouldn't be your pastors, they're not your priests. They're probably some, and this is my opinion, of course, the real believers are probably like on some corner and they're literally crazy. Because if we only stick to just the Christian story, you would go crazy if you truly believed all of the things that it says. Now, if you cherry pick out of it, I this is what I mean about not really believing that you're a real believer. So like cherry picking is different than me to me. Like you would literally just have to believe it, right? If you cherry pick, you're just making your own religion to me. Oh, and bringing up the like the old school church. I was playing this game called dang it, what is it? Ah, it's like a medieval game. It came out like last year or 2 years ago. Deliverance, I think. And it kind of got me for a second because they put you into that world, right? Like it was like 1200 or something, literally 1,000 or so years after Christ. And you're walking through and you hear people saying, "Praise Jesus." And I was imagining like, wait, those people really probably believed it, right? So if you put those people that were in 1,000 AD into this time, they would be in insane asylums. We would put them in little white rooms, right? Because they are closer to the belief that I'm talking about. And even they aren't really what I'm talking about, maybe. Kingdom come deliverance. Thank you. Yes, that's it. Even maybe they aren't exactly what I'm talking about, but the to truly believe this, you would go crazy. Like I truly believe that you would. I did go crazy, man. I almost ruined my life off of believing um, everything. I I could say, but I'm pretty sure I was as close to belief as you could be. I was ready to give up every single thing and everybody. Like I didn't care. I like for Jesus. I was ready to give up everything, man, and kind of had to get talked out of it, which made me start questioning things because I'm like, well, wait, what is the point of school? What is the point of, like I said, I was a basketball player. What was the point of me being good at basketball? What was the point of competition? What was the point of all of these things that I was taught to do while also being taught to believe in the Bible? Like the Bible don't talk about basketball. Like so it's just like is one of those things, man, where it's just like what are we talking about here? The Bible don't talk about going to school. Revelations is a prime example of the craziness. Yeah, that's another argument. People most likely back then died. Yeah, don't get me wrong. People do die for things that are false, but and I'm not even going to go as far to say as people don't die for lies because plenty of people have died knowing they're lying. So sometimes, especially if you want to go further back in time, where honor was such a huge thing to where if you did lie, you might die before you admitted you were lying because, excuse me, it would affect your family. So people do die for lies, man. So I'm not even going to say that. It is interesting when you really start thinking about it. Like there's people that will cheat, get caught cheating, and then sit there and deny it for I mean forever, by the way. So it's people are stupid. We're really dumb when the pressure is on us. So people will lie and continue to lie. So the when anyone says that people ain't dying for lies, I don't believe that, man. Yeah, martyrdom. Yeah, you can just be wrong and die for it, right? I have not talked to anyone from the line or none of those guys. I don't know if I'm the type of person that they would be interested in. To be fair, since I am I let me give you guys my take on this whole thing because I am a. It's funny. This is going to sound contradicting in a way. No, no, it won't. Well, maybe it won't. I am a true believer that you cannot control your beliefs. So my agenda is to never try to talk someone out of their beliefs. I just want people to be able to admit that whatever they believe, they either can prove it or they can't. And that's kind of my point of my channel. It's not necessarily to convert anyone off or on. It's just, hey man, if you believe in Jesus Christ, you can't prove it. Just admit that. So with that, do not go out into the world affecting other people with your beliefs. Anytime that you are going to interact with other people, you should have to prove the reason that you're interacting with them in that way, right? So I'm very big on how our social, and I really just got hardcore on this after this administration got in, and the very first day they were just implementing these religious type talking points. It scared the shit out of me. Um, and I'm like, wait, you can't make laws and shit and you can't prove it, man. That's Like, you can't do that. Like, that's like we're tripping right there. Because what about the society that comes along 100 years from now? Like, say the way they have this sticks around, and now the society that believes in vampires, right? They're walking around and they become our government. Like, our president believes in vampires or something. And like, what are we doing? Like, that's crazy. Wish I could talk to people from the line to get better arguments, formulation of it all. I mean, I'm down to talk to them. I was just saying nobody's come to me. My channel is super small. No one's spoken to me. Maybe if the channel grows, I watch those guys all the time, obviously. So I'd be glad to have an interaction and just to talk. Period. There's no reason for me to call into their show, even though I would not mind calling into their show. But like, what am I going to say? Hey, I kind of agree with you guys. Yeah, talking to someone out of the belief is hard. I get that. My motivations that I show and where the religion actually. Yeah. So I'm all about like, hey, if you believe this verse in the Bible, or if you believe this myth in the Bible, which I was a big proponent of with Jesus, and when I started like when I really dug into Jesus, I was like, "Oh man, he wasn't that great," and that kind of it kind of hurts me to say a little bit, even now. Like, "Oh man, he was not that great." He like maybe he was great for his time, but what does that mean? Like, I think I would have been a better person if I went back in that time, right? I probably would have got stoned and murdered pretty fast, but I think if we put any of us, by the way, back in that time, we would be so horrified and be calling out so many immoral things easily. Any of us, by the way, even the people that think they really believe and they're like, oh, I'm a super Christian. They go back into Jesus's times, bro. They would, yeah. Hey, thanks for the sub, man. Appreciate it. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm definitely about building community. By the way, so definitely, I'm trying to get my Discord set and good. We just got monetized about a month ago. I had a I had a year plan, and I think we reached it. I said I'd be monetized in a year of doing this, so I'm actually pretty proud of that. And obviously, it's not about that because you don't really make any money. I'm not making any money, but I like to have goals, and I just reached those goals. So the next goal is to maybe set up a small little community. I have a pretty small Discord right now where a bunch of the people that I just interact with socially, they know me very well. I debate people all the time. I'm that guy at work that will debate the shit out of you if you bring up ghosts or aliens or anything that you can't prove. I will be that one to talk to you about it. I know a lot of people don't, they probably avoid me at work because I am that guy. Yeah, the Yahweh and Jesus character are horrid. When you really start breaking it down, it's kind of sad, man. Let me be real on that because coming up and you can ignore a lot of things, but like I said, once I became like a true believer, I started really looking into things. uh, Most people are the outside believer, right? You just, to me, you just believe it socially and you don't really dig into it. But once you start digging into it, there's no going back. If you really are digging into it, honestly, there's just no going back. I'm a chat hopper, so you'll see me. Hey, no worries, man. It's all good. I appreciate anybody coming in here. I thought we were gonna have 0 people. So, hey, if you hang out with me for 5 minutes, I appreciate it, man. Much appreciated. I would love to do more of these. This is what I would like to do more interactive. Obviously, I would rather somebody, at least a couple or 1 or 2 people, be able to be on a call. But this is what I do, man. I don't know if any of you in chat know me personally, but if you know me, man, I will chat with you and debate with you and discuss things till we pass out, man. I get that. Someone mentions ghosts, gods, goblins. Wow, yeah. My ears kind of ring when I hear that. Like I'll be sitting at my desk. I got really good peripheral hearing. I'm just kidding, whatever that means. And I'll be like, wait, what? Hmm? Let me find a reason to walk over there and discuss this. Wait, what's this fruit of the looms? Cornucopia? I never heard of that. I'm a little slow with some of this social media. I'm kidding. Bro, if we can get one believer in my Discord that we can chat, be so fun. The last guy I spoke to, he was actually a cool guy. What was his name? Crap. I feel bad. Like if you go back to my lives, there's a recording where I spoke to him. Oh man, I forgot his name. I apologize. Oh yeah, you can set up the streamline. I think it's called things, and TikTok calls for debates. A lot of people that are smaller use that. Oh, streamline, huh? It's Oh, so that's like a Mandela effect type of thing. Okay. Yeah, I'll look into that. Um, yeah, and honestly, yeah, you guys, anybody can join the Discord. I should probably, I'll start putting that in the like the videos description. Like the Discord's there because I've had it for a while. There's a bunch of, like I said, there's a bunch of just people I debate and talk to in there that are actual friends at the moment. But I guess, I should probably tighten it up a little bit before I start inviting other people in. I'm kind of I try to be professional in that way to make sure everything's kind of set up how I want it. Because I used to do a lot of I've done streaming and stuff before, back in the day. Done a lot of poker streaming because I used to play poker professionally for a while. Did pretty good, but it's just so stressful. I never got to the level to where you didn't have to stress anymore. So I just ended up getting a regular software job. It's way less stressful. I'm really curious what type of believer you'll get. A more theological preacher or someone that's apologetic. Yeah. My hope is, since I'm a little smaller channel and someone saw me on here, they'd be like, oh, since I can't get on one of these big channels, let me hop on this guy's channel and destroy him. Right. I'm assuming they see all this. I don't have a lot of viewers, right? So they'll be like, oh, I get this guy. Let me go in here and make this guy look like a fool. So I remember learning cornucopia was from the logo. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now with the logo. Yeah, I'll probably I should have did it this weekend. I had a long weekend, man. I should have set up everything this weekend for Discord. Right now I have this what's it called? No Fear channel where we kind of talk shit. It was political at it was like really political at one point. I lose a lot of friends, by the way, because especially with politics, most people can't talk about it, and I refuse not to talk about it. I'm a firm believer in talking about the things that are important, even though everyone's taught to not talk about the things that are important. It never made sense to me. So I've lost I mean, and they're not friends, honestly. So I shouldn't even say I lost friends, because unless I'm saying something that's like derogatory or racist or whatever the case is, if you don't talk to me anymore because your political beliefs are a little bit different than mine, then we never really were friends. So I should say I have lost associates. Yeah, the number of viewers really has an impact. Really chat a lot in 10, maybe 60. Yeah, of course, man. We're social creatures. So uh like, if like right now it says I have 8 concurrent viewers, right? If I had 20 concurrent viewers, all of a sudden you get 30, right? Like, that's just this is how the numbers work. We're very social creatures. So if I had 100 in here, that automatically gets me to another number. It's just like, go back and look at your video history on YouTube of the videos you watch. How many videos have like 10 views, right? And that's just kind of how we are. I do it too. So it's not like it's a complaint. Um, I don't have a side except the poor side, I guess. You don't have a side? Are we talking about your religious beliefs? If you don't have a side? Yeah, no one around you wants to debate religion, all that. Bro, you can't be around me and not debate it. I'm just going to be real with you guys. Some people just will hate me because I refuse to not talk about the important things. Refuse. Like, we're not gonna not say the important shit just to get along because the important shit is how we can get along, right? I'm not doing that, man. So, like, for sure, dude. As I said, I've people start talking to me, and I'm very friendly right away. By the way, so people will come start talking to me, and we don't get to that point. But since I'm so friendly and social, they might think I believe a little bit what they believe, so they'll start spitting out some things, and I might not, right? Um, a lot of the times, people thought I was super conservative because there are some things that I agree with but also don't. I'm not one of those guys that think I have to be one thing. I agree with some conservative shit, a lot of shit I don't agree with, and I agree with a lot of liberal shit, right? So I can do both. No one's going to tell me I can't do both. And I will discuss it with you. Yo, yo, what's up? Welcome. Hey, we're just looking for some believers to hop in the chat or hop in the Discord. I want to have some. I want to have a chat with somebody that proves that says they're a believer. Welcome, welcome. Yes. So when you're going with the flow in a conversation with people, which I like to do, and not in some conniving way of trying to jump on you, I really just want to get to know you, and I want to get to know your beliefs because how else do I know you? Like if I don't know your beliefs, I don't really know you. So if I'm going to socialize with you, I'm going to ask those tough or not tough questions. I'm going to ask those personal questions because here's how I look at it. If you want to join Discord, hold on. You can send me a friend invite. I'm really bad at this stuff, so forgive me if it takes me two 2 minutes. About 3 minutes. About 350. Hold on. I'm kind of aging myself here and how hard it is for me to send this information to somebody. Account info, right? I'm so bad at this. Oh, good. Oh, hold on. There it is. There it is. I got it. I got it. I got it. Chill out. All right. Oh, that ain't it. I don't have it. There it is. Boom. All right. So if you have Discord, oh, what the hell did I just do? If you have Discord, you can. Wait, hold on. I'm on the wrong one. Let's go find Jesus. What do you think the strength of the Bible, philosophy, science? Hold on, sir. Oh yeah, yeah. Let me share the link. Look at you guys helping me out. I like that. I'll share the link in the description. Good looking out, brothers, sisters. Don't make fun of me too much. I'm fucking. Excuse my language. I'm an old head now, bro. Da, 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 da. Edit stream. Where I'm at. Stream settings. I found it. All right. Edit. Cool. All right. So it's gonna be in the description. You'll have to send me an invite though. Excuse me. I said I'm a pretty friendly guy, so you don't have to worry. There should be a better way to to kind of share your account. I don't know if this works well, but like I said, I put in the top. You can send me a Discord invite. The Discord name is I Have a Headache. It's in the top of the description now. It doesn't have a link, which is weird because what I want it's not my Discord channel. I don't want people just hopping in there until I know them. This is actually just my Discord name. Like I said, some people be tripping. Okay. I guess I do have a server. See, I got an invite. It worked. Somebody just sent one. Say, we're getting there, man. We're getting there. Yeah, Niall. Wait, Nyla. I'm sorry if I say that name wrong. Forgive me. Cool. Let's chat. I'm gonna start the call. Let me make sure my headset's all good. Nail. Headset. Hey, what's up? Can you hear me? Cool, man. What did you want to chat about? Ooh, one second. Sorry, my audio isn't showing up for this. No, I hear you, but I have my audio settings different. All right, let's see if that works. All right, go ahead and
Huh?
say again. There we go. All right, now you're on. Okay. Well, I'm looking for people that actually believe. Do you believe in any God or anything?
I Actually it's my main account, so I won't like to disclose date, but we can definitely talk about some logic and all that. We can definitely have a discussion on that.
So I noticed when someone wants to talk about logic, they don't want to speak about God. Why is that?
I don't know. I didn't say that I don't believe in God. Or I believe in God. I say we can just talk about logic. By the way, do you believe in God? Just asking.
Um, I I don't believe we have. If there is a God, we have not found out that yet. How about that?
And
So
what
so
is
eh,
your
so
explanation and
every
uh-huh.
religion that says they know about God is wrong.
Okay, and I suppose that if you're saying and if you're having this big argument, you must have read all those scriptures, all those books of every religion in the world. As far as I know, there are more than 2,500 religions and their scriptures, and like there's not only their main scripture, their explanations and their sources. So I assume that before you're saying this, you have done that all before. Am I right?
Have I read everything? Of course not.
Yeah. So how do you come up with this conclusion then?
So I would start off by asking you, right? Because I answered a question for you. Now you would have to let me know what God you believe in.
What God do I believe in?
Yes, yeah. What God do you believe in?
Uh, I guess I have already answered that. That I won't disclose that. But as I said, we can definitely talk about anything
Well,
you want. Like,
well,
uh,
I don't know if that's fair if you won't disclose it. Why not?
I have some issues. Because it's my main account. If I would come up to you from another account, we can definitely talk about that.
Oh well,
But
here.
like,
Well, to be fair for you, I am not showing your account on screen. You
are
can
you
look.
sure?
Yeah, look at the stream. There's no your
Uh,
account. Your account is not on stream.
okay. So, um, if you ask me which God do I believe in, so I don't have a proper answer for that right now because I believe that I haven't studied or I don't have that sufficient knowledge to come up to any conclusion that this religion is the true one or this is the false religion and this and that. There's no God, there is a God. I believe I didn't haven't reached up to that stage yet, and I have to learn a lot. and and
Can
people who actually
we?
claim that every religion is wrong, this religion is wrong, this that is wrong, there is no God, there is the ultimate God. So I internally assume they have that much of knowledge, that they have read all those books before having the,
Let's
because
let's
this obviously a very
let's
big
talk about
argument.
Christianity. Let's do Christianity first. Is that right or wrong?
uh, we can talk about Christianity. Like, as far as I know about Christianity, they believe that there is a one God with the three distinct personalities, a Holy Spirit, the Father, and the Son. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit is a God, but the Father is not the Son is not the Holy Spirit, and Holy Spirit not the Father. This is what I know about Christianity. And
And
if you
does
have
that
any other thing,
does that make sense to you?
honestly, it does not.
Okay, of course it doesn't, right?
But okay, okay.
It's stupid.
See, see,
It's
when
stupid, right? It's
no, no,
dumb.
see. Okay, listen, listen.
It's
I,
dumb.
I won't say any religion in the world is stupid because we haven't reached up to that stage yet. Now, see, when I asked this question to like many fathers and Christians, all about that, the question they, wait, give me a minute.
Yeah, it's fine. Do we have to read
Okay, so
books about?
okay, my bad. So I was saying that when I asked these questions to a lot of Christians, a lot of father, the one of the replies they come up with is that you are trying to think about something that is out of a time and a space while you are being in a time and a space. Uh, I can explain it like this.
Well, one
Just
second.
imagine you are a game.
Every
Yeah, okay, so
and just to be
yeah,
fair,
okay,
every
my bad.
time. So this is how I work, right? So when you say one thing, and it's like a if you're making a claim, right? So you said it is outside of time and space.
Mm-hmm.
How could we possibly know anything that's outside of time and space? And how does that even make sense?
Okay, see, we are living in a cosmos. Now we know that we have a beginning of this universe, right?
Nope, there's no
Um,
beginning. No beginning. We don't know that yet.
so okay, so okay, so you imagine this world is infinite. The time, the back that we have done is infinite.
The only reason I believe that is because all we know is existence. We don't know anything that's non-existent, right? So,
Yeah.
and
See, okay,
if we just think
okay, got you.
logically, like you said, let's talk logically for a second. The only proof that we have is things exist. So when we start talking about things not existing, that's doesn't make any sense because the only proof we
Okay.
have is what exists.
Okay, definitely we can come up to this later on, but right now let's talk about this first. That you say that we don't know that there is a beginning. Okay, so we have a scientific proof that there is a beginning. Second, we have a logical proof.
Whoa, stop, stop,
I
stop,
would
stop,
call it.
stop, 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 stop.
Okay,
You
okay,
got
okay,
one point at a time, man. Because you said we have proof that there's a beginning. So let's stop right there and then explain to me the proof of the beginning.
okay. See, uh, are you aware with the concept of entropy?
Entropy, okay.
Okay. I guess you are because I guess
Yeah.
you're
Oh,
from
sorry,
science, right?
sorry. You asked me. Yes, yes. Go ahead. Yep.
Sorry. Okay, see. So these basic thermodynamics laws, that energy cannot be created, neither be destroyed. Okay, we have this fundamental law in physics, and if somehow this logic and this law fails, then this universe must not exist. Now, just imagine like this. We know that time and space is expanding day by day. There is a concept of vertical consciousness and a vertical universe, and through which we know this that world is continuously expanding. And if the energy is continuously expanding, there must be a time when energy will no longer be useful. That is what do we call heat. That heat, that is a
Hate
completely
that.
new concept in the physics. Now, if we reverse this point, as the Sir Einstein said, that if we reverse this point till the very back of the point, we will come to a point is a singularity point, and that singularity point expanded. That is what if we became a more detailed one, we can come up to concept like Big Bang, and if we become way more like we go to subatomic level, so we can definitely come up with the theories, Heisenberg's theories, and like other scientists theory. Definitely everybody believe there is a beginning of the world, because we
Okay,
cannot
so
keep
one
going
second,
back and back into a
one
time,
second,
because
one
that will
second
be
again.
infinite weakness.
All right, one second again.
Go ahead.
Um,
Yeah.
so I think when you are saying beginning, you actually don't mean the start of everything. You are saying the beginning of what we are in at the moment, right? Are you
Yeah,
saying that
so when
nothing
I
was?
said,
Are you saying nothing was before? Because that's like I said, that makes no sense.
okay, so when I said there
All
is
we
a
know.
beginning.
Yeah.
Okay, so the time when I was saying, the time when we started debate, I said there is a beginning of a universe. So I am referring to the universe,
Our universe,
because
right?
yeah, obviously it's we talking
Okay.
about a universe, because we
Could
haven't
could
discovered any
there
other universe yet.
could there
So
be
see,
could there have
there
been
definitely
another universe before ours?
there possibly could be.
Okay. So
Okay, so
so then
now
again
do we
there's
do we
no beginning, right?
I just explain you how there is a beginning. So if you believe there's no beginning, you have to explain me how do we have energy that we are using, using the energy. You are using the internet. You can speak. Even you are breathing. When you eat, your body temperature rise up. That's one of the
Yeah.
application of thermodynamics. So
Energy is just a it's like it's a transfer. It's always going on.
yeah, so that you just prove my point. Energy cannot be created. It can keep moving, keep moving. This is second law of
Wait.
thermodynamics.
When you
And
say
just
prove your point, what does that mean? Because I'm saying
so
that is the reason why everything has always existed because it can't be destroyed. It can't be created, as far as we know, right? I'm gonna give that disclaimer. As far as
that's
we know,
okay. So that's my point. That's the point.
since it can't go away, it always was here, just in a different state, right?
Uh, I don't know if I can share you screen to make you make a drawing. Okay, so I'm very bad at drawing. Let us like okay, see. So we were at a point that there is a singularity point where is so much denser energy the light even traps there. So we cannot see singularity, and we haven't experienced the singularity, and we will not ever experience the singularity in the future.
I don't think
So
you can.
now,
Yeah,
okay, so now the question arises, if this energy cannot be created, cannot be destroyed, how do we have that amount of energy at the point of singularity? This is where the most of the religion come up with a point of a first cause, a cause that have that does not have any cause before it, because if there would be another
yeah.
cause before it,
Wait,
then we will go for the
we
infinite regress.
hold
And
on. We
if we
just
go for
said
the
that though.
infinite,
What's your name?
okay,
What's your name? Sorry, buddy. What's your name?
it's Nihal.
Nihal.
Yes,
Nihal. Okay, I just want to say it right.
yes,
I'm Jay, by the way. So
nice name.
when you say there was an uncaused cause, we've already said what that was, right? Matter can't
Okay,
it can't be destroyed, so that is our uncaused cause. So it's there, right? There's no such thing of it not being there, right? So
right, right, right.
now I'm still
that that
curious.
that
Are you
that
calling that God? Because I still want to get to the whole point of this, right?
now see,
Are you
okay,
calling that God?
I'm
Can I get that answer real fast?
okay, see, okay, let me
And
repeat my words what I just
you don't
said.
have to tell me which God, by the way. Are you saying that
See,
the uncaused
okay,
cause is
that
God?
okay, Okay, my brother. So the point I was saying is that that's the point when most of the religion come up with the concept of God. That's what I said.
Oh, okay,
Okay,
cool. All
see,
right, all right,
okay,
okay.
see, because okay, see, because energy cannot be created and this law cannot be destroyed. Even at a subatomic level, this law follows. At a subatomic level, there are two things: leptons and a brahmas. Leptons is the things that does not follow the laws of physics as it does at the Newtonian physics, or we call it the classical physics too. And the blossoms, and the people even some books have it as written as the blossoms. We say blossoms follow all the four main forces, which are those: gravitational, electromagnetism, strong nuclear force, and a weak nuclear force. So even when we talk about singularity, we are even not considering this as a Lipton. Rather, we are considering this as a bosom. Because as a bosom, it can only exist. Because if we consider this as a Lipton, it will not exist. That means someone intentionally must have created that energy, and we don't know
No,
where
no, no,
which the
no, no.
energy is
You
from.
just you just
Now,
jumped. You
now,
just jumped. No, you can't. You can't make that jump.
okay, okay.
Like
Where did I
I'm
make?
like I am working with you on, hey, this is what science knows. Because here's what you did, right? You did science, 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 science. Make something
Mm-hmm.
up. Like that's what
So,
you did.
so,
You went
so,
all the
I,
you spoke science, and then
yes,
all of a sudden you went from science to I'm just gonna say some crap. That
okay,
is
okay, okay, okay. Tell me,
that's what I'm not
what
that's
can I
what
say?
hold on. I let you speak for a little
Okay,
while.
okay,
That to me that is the problem, because you can't prove all you're making all these points with science using scientific words, and then all of a sudden when we don't know something you say it's not science anymore. Why is that? And I want you to stick with the question for me real fast. Like answer that question for me. Why is everything that you know science, and then all of a sudden you stop using science when you try to prove your point?
okay. Can I speak now?
Yeah, but I want you to answer that question though.
Okay, okay. So where did I stop proving the science, or do you, what jump did I make? You didn't even answer that. You just say
Okay, okay,
I'm
because
speaking
you
about
said
science, science,
you
science,
said
and then I come up with some crap. So I want to ask you what
hold
crap
on,
was
hold
that?
on. You said that all of a sudden there's some uncaused cause.
Uh-huh.
What is that? That's not science.
I didn't use the word uncaused.
Oh, okay. So what did you say? I'm sorry. You didn't say
Okay, listen.
uncaused cause?
Okay, listen. Hold on.
But no,
Listen.
no, stick to
So
that
let
real
me.
fast. I need you to focus.
Oh,
Like
okay. So which?
stick
Okay, so
to that.
okay. So hold on.
Did you say uncaused cause?
Listen, I'm still on my point that
That's it. That's a yes.
okay.
That's a yes or no, man. Real fast.
What?
Did you say uncaused caused? Uncaused
When?
cause.
Right now?
Okay. Do you believe in an uncaused cause? How about that?
Like why we are jumping from a
No, no,
general
no,
topic
no,
to
no.
that?
You did this,
No, no,
man.
no, like,
Did
what? No, okay, listen. Okay, hold on. Okay, why we are taking jump from a general topic to specifically about me? I
oh
already
no, no, no.
claimed that I don't
You.
disclose any details.
Hey,
I didn't ask
brother,
you, are
brother,
you getting
brother.
this question?
Hey, brother.
Okay, okay.
You said there's some uncaused cause, correct?
I said that's the point when the most of the religions say there is an uncause. There's a difference
What are
between I'm
what? Are,
giving someone's opinion rather than that's my own opinion.
I don't. All I care about is yours, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you. The only
That's your
opinion
problem.
I care about is yours, because
I
because I'm
already
speaking
cleared.
I'm speaking with another human being, which is you. The only person I care about is that their opinion right now is yours.
And I already cleared at the
And I hope
start.
you do the same for me. I hope you do the same for me.
See, see,
Okay.
I
So
already cleared
let's
this point four times before that I will not disclose anything regarding me. I have
then
given it answer. I would say we can talk about any general topic. Okay, I start with that. I
but
will start with
no,
science.
no. It
And
won't work that way, dude, because here's the
why?
thing. If because if
Okay, so
you're
we okay, so we can talk about any general topic rather than doing some
if
personal attacks. We can just
if
talk about any
wait,
different topic.
no, this isn't. I mean, wait, this isn't personal attacks. Okay, so hold on.
No, this is a
Uh,
personal question.
oh, okay. So
We can
all I want to know is I don't, which is weird to me, by the way, because if you believe in God, then this kind of is proving my point of the title of my thing, that there aren't really any real believers. Because if you were a real believer, you would not give a crap about you yourself. Honestly, you wouldn't give a crap about telling about yourself. You wouldn't give a crap about sharing your beliefs. So this kind of goes to my point of my title of the stream. I don't think there are any real believers. Like
okay.
nobody's really believing,
All
because if you really believed, what are you ashamed of? Like, what are you ashamed of?
right. Okay, can I answer?
Yes, what are you ashamed of? Why will you not
See,
say what you
okay.
believe in? Why
So
won't you say that? Yes.
let me think for a second. A guy who don't want to tell any personal questions, and you conclude from this that this guy is ashamed of his religion, and you don't even know do I believe in a god or not. I'm just talking about you any
Yeah,
general topic.
but whose
I
fault is
cleared this point eight
whose
times
whose
in 15 minutes of conversation.
whose fault is it that I don't know? Mine or yours?
Which one? What fault? There's no
Who
fault.
you
There's
said
no
no no
fault of
what?
yours. There's no fault of mine. We are
Well,
just
wait,
talking
no,
about a
no, no, no,
general
no,
topic.
no, bro. That doesn't that's not how it works. If you're saying that I don't even know what you believe, yet you will not tell me what you believe, it is your fault that I don't know, because I want to know. I care. I want to
Okay,
know
so
what
if
you.
okay,
I want to know what you believe. I
let
care.
me okay.
What if
Okay, so
you're right?
okay,
What
if
if
you
you're
care about
right?
what's in the bank account, I won't tell you that. Okay, so if you care about who is my mother, I won't tell you that because these are a personal question. I didn't ask you a single personal
What?
question that what you believe in, what do you do,
Yeah,
what are your
no, no,
belief.
hold on.
I just started debate with we can talk
You
about general topic,
you did
and
tell,
the reason why
you did ask me that
listen,
though.
okay, hold on, bro. Let me speak.
No, no, no.
Okay, so
You asked
okay,
you
so
would
okay,
wait.
so just
What did I tell you?
just give me
No,
a second.
time
Just
out.
hold on
I
first.
will. But you made a claim.
Okay,
I'm very
what claim?
fair. But as soon as you make a claim, I am going to repeat it. You did ask me what I believed, and I told you. So you did ask me something personally.
Okay,
So I
listen.
expect you to answer something as
I don't
well.
remember. I still don't remember what you believe in, and I
I
have
told you.
no interest.
I told you that there's. I told you that there's no. Um, there's no explanation from humans currently that are right about God. So every religion, there's no religions that are correct about God.
Okay, so how
That's
about
what I told you.
how about we burn all the religions book and we just talk about logic and something like that. That what I was doing.
Logic is irrelevant because logic cannot prove God.
Oh wow! Then what thing can prove anything?
No, no, not anything, because like what you did for me was beautiful, because you did science, 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 because guess what? Science is the only thing that can prove the shit that's going on in reality. Right? So you are correct. That is
Okay,
why
okay,
that is why you can only speak to
hold on.
me with science, man. When we're with, like, if we meet another alien civilization, guess no.
Hold on for a second.
If
Okay,
if no, no,
bro.
no, I'm going to
Listen,
finish.
you
You
said
oh,
science can prove
I'm going
this. Science can
I'm
prove
going to
what's
finish.
happening in reality.
I'm going to finish my
Just for
sentence, bro.
yourself.
I'm going to finish my
Okay,
sentence.
go ahead.
Okay. Like, if we go and meet another alien or civilization, guess how we're going to speak to each other? Science, right? Like that's how we will speak to each other. So science is the only thing that we have to communicate anything close to reality, right? I'll give that to you. Like, who knows if we're like in a simulation, right? That could be a thing. But science would still prove what we can do in the simulation. It may not be able to prove what's outside of the simulation, but science would still prove what's in the simulation.
Okay, so
So,
science can prove whatever happening in reality.
closest to the truth as it can be. Closest to, yes.
Okay, so what is the one thing that can prove everything happening in reality?
I just told you.
What? Logic? Science? What?
No, no. Science is the only thing we have of proving reality at all. What else is there?
Okay, so what? Oh, so what is the logic according to you? Because you are not coming up to logic, and I want
We
to ask.
logic. We make
Uh-huh.
up logic. Brains make up logic.
Uh, wow, wow.
What do you
I'm
mean?
hearing this definition for the very first time. Can you explain it to me how brain
Let's
actually developed the logic, the concept
let's
of logic,
let
laws
me
of logic?
let me look up the definition of logic. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay. All right. So it says a formal science of reasoning and evaluating arguments. So there's two keys to this to me that prove my point. Reasoning. What do you need to reason? A brain.
Uh-huh.
Evaluate. What do you need? A brain. To have arguments, what do you need? A brain. So logic is made up by brains.
I still don't get how does this point prove yours this point.
What do you mean? You asked you
Okay,
asked
okay,
you asked you
okay.
asked
So
you asked you,
answer
look,
me one question.
you
Mhm.
asked me how do we prove reality? I said through science.
Okay.
And then
So
you said
science.
you brought
So
up logic like it can give logic can't give answers.
okay. So just the question: what is the laws of logic?
I don't know all the laws of logic. I know some of the stuff that you might say about
Okay,
like the laws of
listen.
logic.
Then
Like if
okay,
you're doing like
then
an A B
I
thing type A
appreciate
B type of thing. Yeah.
I appreciate the honesty. Okay, I really appreciate the honesty. So there are two options I could give you. Number one, logic is just a human invention, or we can say biological adaptation. And second option is logic is objective and independent of humans. Which option makes you more suitable, and why? You need to explain what.
You need a brain to have logic. So when you say humans, it like I would say aliens. You just need something with a brain that can do the things that I just said, which was reason, argument, and I forgot the other one. Sorry, but you need a brain to have those things. If there are no
Okay, listen.
brains, there aren't those things, right? Do you agree with that?
Okay, see, you said if there is no brain, there is no logic,
Yes.
right?
Do you agree with that, right?
Okay, so let me ask you one question.
Well, hold on, you didn't answer. You
What?
gotta you
What
gotta
question?
answer, bro. I said
Which one?
I said if there's no brains, there's no logic.
No, I disagree.
Wait, oh sorry, say it again. I didn't hear your answer. Sorry.
I mean, I disagree with you on this point.
Disagree.
If there is no logic, so if there is no brain, there's no logic.
Okay, now let's stick to that. Why do you think how how is there logic without anything to think?
Hmm?
How is there logic with no thinking beings?
See, uh, okay, so there are laws of mathematics. We all know 2 plus 2 cannot be 5. 2 plus 2 will always be 4. No matter if you bring.
That's made up.
Oh, okay.
Two plus two is two plus two isn't two plus two
Everything.
isn't real.
Okay, listen. So if 2 plus 2 isn't real, then how the satellite is on the in the orbit of Earth going 11,200 kilometers escape velocity, and you are using the internet using
It's
that?
it's
If this
it's a de-
all is just mad up,
it's a description of what we see.
so satellite is what we see. We don't create
No,
the
no, no, no,
satellite
no.
to give
Sorry,
facts
you're talking about the calculations, right?
calculation.
Yeah, it's made
Yeah,
up.
this. So science is, oh sorry, the mathematics is made up, right?
You think there's really a two?
What you?
Do you think there's really a two, a number two?
Okay, so how many fingers do you have?
We can describe things that we see in reality and give it labels. Do you actually think there is a number two?
I have a proof that he is a number two.
So you really don't realize like numbers are made up.
No, because they are not. If they are made up, I won't have a satellite in a space because I send the satellite using the numbers.
Satellites. Wait, say that again.
Satellites are seen by using the numbers, by the heavy calculation, by the heavy aerodynamics, and all those stuff. Because
Do you
because
think
if
number?
you
Do you think numbers are objective?
they are independent of human consciousness.
So what was two before? No, nothing existed.
What was two before?
Yeah, like what was two before any thinking thing existed?
Okay, so now I see the point. You means that if we dis the okay, so now so according to you, that maths is just matter for human things, and two is matter for two is not something that is objective. It is something that a human make, right?
It's a way we describe something we see.
So that's the exact definition of two. Describing anything that is two, one,
So, so
two,
we, so
and
you're agreeing with, we're agreeing with me. We make it up then. I think you're
how
agreeing.
can
You're agreeing with me. We make it up. I think you have to agree with that.
how how I would love to know how.
We just did it. We just discussed how it's made up.
Okay, so tell me one thing. Uh, okay, so how can I ask you? I'd give you two options. You didn't choose any of those two options. Either logic is just a human invention or biological adaptation, or logic is objective and independent of human.
Logic is dependent on minds.
So logic is just a human invention.
You say human, but there could be aliens. Do you mean them too?
Bro, have you ever seen Alien? Or did you
If there,
see
it, come on, I'm working with you. You work with me. If there are other aliens out there, do they count as brains? Yes, right? Yes. Come on, man. Of course. Oh, it looks like you disconnected. Okay. All right, he'll be back. Let me catch up to the chat. Numbers are not objective. You can't fix stupid. Your relation likely means 2 plus 2 equals 4. Be true, even not 4. Two or any concrete things. Here's how I look at numbers, right? I also don't think morals are objective. So, but here's how you can make things objective to me. It's like a basketball game, right? Basketball isn't like the rules aren't real. Like a strategy is only the objective good strategy because we have agreed to all of the rules of the game, right? So I can teach you how to shoot and it can be objectively true on how to make the basket, but it's just a game that we just made up, right? It's not real in the way that we are discussing. Like chess is probably the best way, right? Like you make up the rules of chess. I think most people hear that example. I just use basketball because I'm a basketball player. Um, Absolute beginning. Yeah, I think when people are saying beginning, we're not using it in the same way. I guess I can say beginning. Are we? As long as you're not saying creation. How about
hello?
that? As long as we're not saying creation, then
Hello?
I'm okay with using beginning. Hey, what's up, man? Welcome back.
Okay. So what was discussing?
We were discussing how I felt that um, logic and stuff was not objective.
Sorry. Okay, so we were on it too. Um, mm, okay, so let me ask you a question. 10 billion years ago, long before any human, any animal, or even brain existed, was it really true that a star could completely explode and simultaneously not explode at the same time in the same way?
This is kind of funny. All right. Can a star explode and not explode?
Okay, let me make it
Okay,
more easy.
okay. I can
Can
probably
I,
I can mess with you a little bit, right?
Mhm.
Because there assumingly would be parts of the star that aren't exploding.
Bro, let me be more easy for you. If there is an event that can happen and not happen at the same time, let's call it event A, because the example of a star you just took it the real star. We are talking about an example. Let the event A, can it be both A and not A at the same time? Yes or no?
Something, no, of course, something can't be A and not A at the same time. I know what you're saying. I'm just messing with you.
So
Go ahead.
you okay? So you just as admitted the law of contradiction.
No,
If
no.
there,
I am saying
you
that
just
that's
said you
I am
just did they
no, no,
cannot be
no,
at the
no, no.
same time, bro. You just did.
I am saying that that's something that we agree on as brains, man.
Bro, you are
Like,
literally going against all the laws of logic. You are
wait,
actually making a contradiction.
no,
You
no, no,
just
no,
just admitted
no,
the
no.
law of non-contradiction and now telling that law of non-contradiction is also kind of
Wait,
a
no, no,
human
no,
stuff.
no, no. I
Wow.
disagree. I disagree with you because here's what I made the point that we make
Okay,
all of this.
okay, go ahead.
We make it all up.
So you disagree with this thing that A uh cannot be both A and not A,
Guess
right?
what? If neither of us are here, is that still a thing?
Can you repeat that?
If no one here is no if no one's here, like no one on earth is here to discuss what you're talking about. It does not exist.
What? What is known as the laws of universe? The gravity? All these?
Gravity is a description of what we observe. And the key word is there observing it, right? It is a description of what we observe.
We observe anything and then we explain it using the laws of contradiction, non-contradiction, and laws of, let me be very general, laws of cosmos.
And we
It's
make
that
all
easy.
of and we make all of those things up. There would be another
Okay, listen.
civilization.
Okay,
There would
if you say
one second. There would be another civilization that would tell you something totally opposite of what you said.
some, oh, okay, so show me if there's any civilization here.
What do you mean?
It, there
Of
is
course.
none. There is none.
Wait, hold on. You are you? There's no way that you don't think it's possible that there could be aliens, right?
Bro, listen. Okay, listen. There are
No, no,
two
no.
things.
You're gonna answer that
Rational
one, man.
possibility
You're
and
gonna
logical possibility.
you're gonna answer that
Logical
one. You're gonna
possibility.
answer that
What?
one, man.
What?
You're
What
gonna
did you
answer
say?
that one. You're gonna answer
Yes,
like,
yes. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
uh,
Ask it. Ask it. Go
all
on.
right. Is it a possibility that there are other life forms that think like us?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So when my scenario now makes sense now. So
Mm-hmm.
if there was another species that came along, they could say something totally opposite of what you said. Does it now make them correct also?
If there is another species come, so the main point is if there hasn't any species come yet. If they haven't come yet, so till now I am correct, and the laws of contradiction, non-contradiction are correct till now, because we cannot go against any of the laws, especially the law of non-contradiction. You just accept the law of non-contradiction. Like,
Yes,
if, okay, so if law
because
is
that's it.
operating when human is in there, okay,
But hold
if
on.
law is operating
Let me work
when
with you
humans
real
aren't
fast.
here, then it is independent of
let me
humans.
let me show you
Logic is
why let me show you why it breaks down, right? The only reason you are correct is because me and you agree in the reality that we're in. But when we start talking about quantum physics or something, what you're saying is not true anymore.
when
Because
when I just
electron,
when
like what? I'm sorry, is it electrons or protons? I can't remember, but they can be in the same two different states at the same time. So now what are we talking
okay,
about?
okay. So let me explain you that point. They are non-electron proton. They are photons. Photon are the light particles, and they can be wave and they can be particle. Now there is a difference
Yeah,
between
that's
wave and
protons.
what?
Yeah, proton. That's
Huh?
protons. Yeah,
Not
protons.
protons, photons.
Oh,
Photons.
sorry,
P H
photons.
O
Thank
T
you.
O
Yeah,
N.
you're right. You
Yeah,
got it.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Listen.
yeah.
Okay, the photon can be wave and a particle. Now if you take any scientist, okay, the main scientist who discovered this idea was Huygens. Okay, and at the time of Newtonian physics he was even criticized for giving this idea, because Newton was on his highest power, highest authority, so he did not accept that, because Newton in all his life believed in the particle, the light is a behave like a particle. And when Huygens gave his theory about the light being a wave, so it actually exploded. And after the 100 years YDS experiment, that what we call Young's experience experiment, where there are slits between these, and there are 10 to the power minus 7 gap between the slits, and explode. The light can act as a wave. Light is not a wave, but rather acts as a wave. There is a difference between acts and being a wave, because
Yeah,
nothing in the world can
yeah, but yeah, I
break the
know
law of
the
non-contradiction, and that is
the
what you admitted.
yeah,
Thanks.
sure. Once we measure it, you're talking about, right? You're saying once we measure it, right?
I didn't use the word major. Which major?
You said observe, so I'm saying that's measure, right?
No, I didn't say something like that.
Oh, you didn't use the word observe. Okay. So, like, electrons can exist in multiple places at the same time. So that contradicts
Photons.
your electrons. I'm talking about electrons. Like they
So
can,
electron. Oh,
yeah,
uh-huh.
they can exist at two places at once. So now, like, that breaks your whole logic that we said exist all the time. My whole point to you was that the logic that we have in our reality, yes, I agree with you, but we can go to, or we are starting to have more proof about what we think is logical starts to break down once you start getting to those kind of levels. So why doesn't it
Okay, so
continue?
hold on.
Why doesn't it continue?
I don't get where. Okay, so I don't think where we are moving right now, because we were talking about photons and the laws of non-contradiction,
Well,
and now you said
remember I brought up both. I said electrons and I said protons by accident, but I said electrons and photons, and I was saying that one of those can exist in the same place or two different places at the same time. You went off on the photons, which is fine. Like, I'm okay with you were explaining how photons work with the light, with the waves, being a wave and a particle at the
no,
same
no,
time.
no, no,
But
no, no.
I'm talking about,
Okay,
like, I'm saying, but the point was, if we have something that we now see can be in two places at once, how is that logical?
okay. So show me anything that can be on the two places at the same time. What is that?
It's called
Which
quantum.
thing?
It's like quantum superposition, or yeah,
Okay.
superposition. I think that's what it's called.
Uh-huh. 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 That's how I explain you. Okay, listen. Okay, so there is a reason that why I okay, bro. It's happening 3 a.m. right now in my room. So sorry.
It's
I
okay,
can cut
brother.
off anytime. But
Yeah,
listen,
yeah, it's okay.
listen. Okay, okay. We can continue the discussion the very next day. But let me explain my last point, and I will leave. The reason why I explain you the concept of photon is because just to explain you the law of non-contradiction. Law of non-contradiction says that event A cannot be on the same place on the two same places simultaneously.
Okay,
Now
but
the
just
example of the
wait, because I just gave you an example of something that proves you wrong.
which example photon.
Electrons, superposition. Look that up. Superposition.
Bro, I'm
Electron superposition destroys what you just said. It is possible. It is possible for something to be in two places at the same time. You just said that's
my,
impossible.
my dear friend, my dear friend, I clearly explained you the concept of photon,
No.
that
Stop
a
saying
photon is any particle.
stop saying photons.
What Okay, so which particle are we okay, we just let it slide photon. Which particle we talking about now?
I just said it, bro. I said electrons, superposition electrons. You can Google it right
So
now,
electron.
like real
Okay,
fast. Go ahead.
listen, listen.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm not. Let me speak. I don't need to Google. Okay, one thing. That so you were claiming electron can be on two different places at the very same time, right?
Whatever time means, by the way. Yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, that's what you believe.
No. I'm saying there's more proof of that being true. So
Show
now
me a proof.
what is that? I mean, they're science experiments.
Show me a proof. There is show me a science experiment. Which experiment?
Let's see. All right, let me see here.
Okay. Okay, so let me tell you one thing. We can continue the exact let me type where we are right now. Electron
A single electron
super
can have a pretty specific location, a special moment in time. The moment that indicates whether a particle creates a physical change in our universe. However, an electron has no specific when it acts like a wave or a quantum field. That's what you're talking about, right?
Okay, so I just send you electron superposition. Need to continue tomorrow. Yeah, okay. So as a suggestion, I would give you as a friend, go look up the electron superposition and law of non-contradiction. You will understand why this concept doesn't make any sense. There's
I'm,
nothing in the universe that can exist on the two different places at the very same time. I explain you these. A word is an act.
but
Look up to look
but
up to history of light. How do we
but
discover the Hamiltonian? I just
we are finding out that that is incorrect.
you did not find a you are
No, no,
actually
no.
I
I
don't
said
know
no, no,
why
no.
would you say
I am saying we are finding out that that's incorrect. There should be zero proof if you're correct, right? Like
bro, I
it
let
yes or
hold on, my dear
yes or
friend,
no,
my dear.
yes or no.
I
If
don't know what is a science experiment. Okay, so honestly, I think that you are not from some science background because you are making such a very big blunder in the science that does not make any sense. And I would suggest you go look up to
no,
study about this, and we
you
can talk
can't
about this better
you
tomorrow.
can't
Okay?
you can't just
Have
call
a nice day.
you can't just call it a
Have a
blunder, bro. You can't do that.
abundance. What?
You can't just say that and then walk away. Like if you gotta walk away, that's cool. But
Bro,
hey, I'm not.
see on the chat, bro.
But I,
Later in the chat, I have written this electron superposition need
but
to
I'm not.
continue tomorrow. I even write a
All
notes about
right,
this in
cool,
on the
okay.
chat. We can
But
continue. I'm not
all
coming
right,
up. It's
but
3 a.m. Literally
I
3 a.m.
get it, I get
Have a
it. But
nice sleep.
be
Have a
fair,
nice sleep.
be
See
fair.
you.
Don't say somebody's blundering. That's all. Yeah. All right, that was funny. All right. All right, that was funny. All right. That did not go where I wanted it to go, but I'm fine with those conversations because the more and more we learn, the more we're finding out all of this crap that we thought was true is not true. And I saw somebody put as soon as the atheist goes to quantum, as soon as atheist goes to quantum something, they lost. I don't even know what that means. What does that mean? Like, I don't know. You can hop in Discord as well, by the way. I am not saying anything for sure breaks any law that we have as far as logics, right? Like I said, laws of logic, they are human made, made up in our heads. But my point to that was when somebody makes a claim that they say is 100% true, and I can find something that possibly proves it incorrect, that is the main point. Because you're saying this is 100% true, yet there is some evidence that it might not be. Right? That's what I'm saying, and that's the great thing about science is that tomorrow you can find out that something that you thought was scientifically proven is wrong. Like that's just how it goes. Oh, there might be better objections to non-contradiction, but I'm trying to be honest, right, about my thoughts on it. So I brought up an example that I felt, right? But for sure, right? Definitely maybe some better objections. And honestly, if there was some physicist here, they probably could have explained it way better than both of us at all, right? But I know when we start getting down to those kind of subatomic levels, like everything starts to just break down. Everything that we think starts to just break down. So what are we supposed to do with that once science gets better and better at peeking down into the darkness, into the void, right? Once, what are we going to do then? And like I'll say, none of this points to God. Everything we were talking about was science, physical things. I don't understand how this points to something else that doesn't exist or that we have no proof of. That was supposed to be the main point of the conversation, by the way. Let's just to be real here. The main point is there supposed to be some proof of God, and I am saying there is no religion that we heard of. Maybe some aliens got it. There is no religion that we have heard of that is here that is true and are like is provable. Sorry, like prove it. Prove your religion to me. I'm kind of disappointed. I do appreciate the conversation. I'm a little disappointed that we couldn't talk about their beliefs. I want to know about your beliefs. I don't get arguing for something that you don't believe in. So I really I wish we could have a conversation about someone's beliefs, not some philosophical thing. Like what do you believe when you go to bed at night? That's what I want to know. When you go to sleep, when you pray to whoever you pray to, what do you believe in? And anyone and like I said, I think Nahil, I'm sorry if I say the name wrong, Nahal, for joining, but I'm also curious why you know, like, why would you be afraid to speak about what you believe in, or who you, or what you believe in? I guess I don't know. Hey, you're welcome to join the Discord if you want. I put my Discord name in the chat, or sorry, in the description. Anybody that wants to chat about what they believe in, I'm good to go. We don't know anything for sure, but people claim God is 100% real. Yeah, that's who I want to talk to. Uh, I got a little more time today, so we'll give the chance for other people to pop in here. Hey, we got somebody. So if you go to the description, you should see my Discord name. Go ahead and send me a friend invite, and I will bring you up. And while we wait, I will be right back, guys. So continue to have fun in the chat. Also, if you have not, please go to my most recent video and support me, guys. Support me. We're trying to grow here. We're trying to have a good time. I'm a nice guy. At least that's what they tell me. So I'm going to go get me a drink real fast because when I'm having these debates, I like to have it. I like to have a drink. So, da, 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 da. Are we getting somebody to come up? We getting somebody? Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Da, 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 da. Oh, you know what? I'm in the wrong thing. It should work if someone is trying to send me a, a Discord. Just send a friend request. We will pull you up and we will chat it. That's the video. Y'all take a look. Oh, I got your friend request. Cool. I'm going to accept your friend request and then I will be right back and I will give you a call in a moment. So just give me a couple minutes, less than that, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. We have someone hopping in. I'm about to give the call now. Let's see. Hello.
Hello.
Ooh, sorry, I got you a little loud there. How are you doing today?
Can you hear me? Excuse me.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
Think think we're good. What's your
I've
name?
actually never. Yeah. Excuse me. I have a sore throat. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you good. You're good.
Okay. All right.
What should I call you? What's your name?
Ace philosophy.
I'll call you Ace. How about Ace?
What? How about just A? I usually go by A.
A. All right. A. I'm J. A and J. All right. Here we go.
All right. Yeah. Sorry. I've actually never used Discord to like chat with someone. I was always on like StreamYard or something. And
Yeah, I get it.
have a. I was pretty sick about a week ago, and I lost my voice, so my voice is still recovering. And but yeah, I do believe in God. Uh,
Which god is that?
Basically, just the idea that there's an intelligent creator, source of life. Um, I don't know. You can call it whatever you want, but we just call it God. I do believe this God has spoken to people throughout time, and not everyone who's make a claim like that is being truthful. Like I don't believe Muhammad spoke to God, but I do
Okay.
believe.
Why not? Why not? Why not?
Well, because part of it is the fruits of someone who God would choose to speak through. His life doesn't really resonate with me as someone who would actually be a servant of God.
Oh, so
He
then
was.
we would need to discuss how would, and this is not just you, how would any human being know what God wants?
Well, God could reveal that to someone, and then that person could tell other people be one way.
But how do we know whether to trust them? What if God is evil?
I feel like if God was evil, that he would just destroy us.
It
You know, he would
that's in a lot
perpetually.
of that's in a lot of stories, right?
Yeah, but I feel like God would, you know, perpetually torture us. I feel like the fact that there's good that happens, that I feel like the universe is designed in such a way that um you know, it's not just pure suffering. There's like the choices you make lead to suffering or not suffering. So
What
I feel like
about before any humans were around?
you mean like when the
Because
dinosaurs and all that?
we weren't always here, right? So pre human beings, what
Mhm.
what was the point of that if God is about morals?
Well, I mean, that's an interesting question. It could be to set the stage for humanity being on this. See, I don't really believe in evolution, so I am a creationist. So I'm not sure there ever really was a point where there were no humans.
Okay, well, most of not most, sorry, let me not do science like that. All of our science shows that there were no humans during certain periods of the Earth's the evolution of the Earth.
Do they
Like
say that?
you disagree with that?
Yeah, I don't think the science has shown that. I think that's
So why
science.
don't we find any human bones with dinosaurs?
I think we have. I think there's evidence that first of all, I don't think dinosaurs are nearly as old as people as scientists claim they are. I don't think dinosaurs died out millions of years ago. I think that they probably died out much more recently. There's a lot of there's a lot of dinosaur bones that have found with soft tissue on them. Soft tissue decays at a very predictable and known rate. And for them to have soft tissue on them shows that they're not 65 million years or older. They're probably
Yeah, were those dinosaurs in like some permafrost?
no, they weren't. They found in many different conditions. And it doesn't matter because even if they were found in permafrost, they have a half-life. So the ingredients for soft tissue will decay no matter what condition they're found in. And after a certain amount of time, nothing can exist, or at least be a negligible amount. So the amount of soft tissue
Well,
they found shows that
so what I'm hearing
that's
is it's very hard, which is true. Like it is very hard to make fossils. That's why we find a lot of fossils, but we technically don't find a lot of fossils for how many things that have died. Let me just state it that way because it is a very specific process, right?
Mhm.
So like there
Yeah, what I'm trying
we
to say is the scientists want us to think that the dinosaurs died out like tens of millions of years ago, but the half-life of soft tissue proves that it can't be more than probably tens of thousands of years. So I think it's very likely humans and dinosaurs did coexist, and that's based on science, not anything the Bible says or any religious text.
I
That's
feel
just
like
my
uh you would have to show me where we found a human fossil by a dinosaur, man. Like
well, there have been
where did you get that one from? Let's start there.
well, you have to realize a lot of people believe in like this notion of a geologic column, where if you dig down further, the older the bones get. The fact is that they find dinosaur bones in every strata. A lot of times, scientists will be walking around in one of these areas, and they'll just see dinosaur bones laying on the surface. Sometimes they are buried deeper down in the ground, but it's kind of a myth that they're always found at certain strata. Um,
Uh,
Human fossils have
not from what I've seen. You're gonna have to, like I said, you're gonna have to show me some stuff, man.
well,
And if you can't show, that's cool. We can go to another part. But for unless you can show me other more scientific proof, we would need to go because this is what we do anyway, right? I guarantee you,
Mhm.
this is how me and you would go about our society right now. If I saw you in the street We are going to go off of all of the proven science. That's how we're going to be social. That's how we're going to go along. That's how we're even talking on this Discord call. So you have to show me that what you're saying is true. You can't just say that, because all of the scientific data that the science consensus says that you will never find, and we have never found a human bones in the same spot, like as far as where the dinosaurs lived. And was it, they're different periods, right? But you're not going to
It
find human
is
bones in the Cretaceous